visual effect that Grim Fandango is having. Does that work? Okay. Let me move the OBS so I can see if it's glitching or not. Doesn't look like it is. So, it started. Tex Murphy! Hopefully it doesn't start from a save. It did. I think I've got to change profile. Casual. Oh, I can't write more than that. I was gonna add something to the end, but oh well. Invalid profile? What? Guess my name is too badass for this. Whoops. Okay.
Where am I? Is this a dream?
Not quite, Murphy.
Then you're the big PI in the sky?
That's right, Murphy. But now is not the time for you to be here. There is a vast and malignant evil at work on the earth, and fate, for some reason that even I cannot fathom, has chosen you to oppose it.
But why me?
I'm no more thrilled about it than you are. Nevertheless, your fate has been decided.
Let me know if the sound's too low. Or too high. And yes, I have beat this game. Oh, I've got to change the title. Shit. I really like that voice. I'll change the title once the intro is done because this is one of those games I can't tab out or else everything stops.
Tex Murphy. I'm a small-time private investigator in the big city of New San Francisco. My office isn't in the glamour districts. It's in the run-down, mutant part of the city, close to Coit Tower. A place they've been refurbishing for years, but it never seems to improve. Not exactly great for business, but it holds a strange attraction for me. I've cracked some pretty big cases over the years. You may even have heard of me. But I don't do much investigating anymore. These days, I'm known for being a man who gets things done, no matter what the cost. You got a job that pays? I'll do it. No questions asked. I can't really remember why I became a PI. Maybe I was drawn to the romance, adventure, and independence it offered. Or maybe because I believed in its code of honor. That a man can remain untarnished as others sink into a cesspool of lies, corruption, and greed. A man better than the world around him. set of principles can slowly slip from your grasp. The world has a way of beating you into submission. Circumstances change. The guilty aren't always punished. Temptations become obsessions, and love can be violently taken, leaving it empty and hollow. Each day, innocence fades, and your character weakens. And that's not all at once, but a piece at a time until you can't be put back together again. You finally realize the only way to get ahead in this world is to make sure you're on the winning side, and then do anything you can to stay alive. I don't know why I'm so reflective tonight. Maybe I finally crossed the Rubicon, but that's not true either. I passed that sign miles back and didn't even pause to take a picture. Maybe I just feel extra guilty tonight for what I'm about to do. There was a time when I would have never agreed to do something this despicable. I can't explain why I do this, but maybe Judas would understand.
Drag him into the speeder. Look, the top window. I think we got him. Let's get out of here.
Hey, you! Over here!
Tom Servo.
Finally! What was all that commotion outside anyway? Wowza, you really got a hit on the head. Remember me? Your old pal Huck? Seriously, you look clueless.
Who or what are you?
Geez, how hard did you hit your head? Well, let me reintroduce myself. I'm your Smart Alex, your personal assistant, version 1.5, fashioned 3 years ago in a factory with truly horrible working conditions you don't want to know. I'm your trusty, tech-savvy sidekick, whose primary functions include travel agent, inventory tracking and analysis, investigative advice, case notes, and I'm also a confidant and a best buddy, you gigantic oaf. Remember?
Not really.
Would you like a tutorial on my usage?
I'm your best friend, whom you own. Smart Alex, attack! Skip it. Yeah, I miss that show too.
You have a fax.
You have a fax.
You have a fax.
Okay, before we get actually doing something, I'm gonna... Whoops. Try and save it. Just in case it crashes while I'm doing this. I'm just gonna go quiet for a second while I change the title. Go. Update. Okay. Sorry about that. You may remember when I beat the game, but you didn't actually see it. And I don't think I told you what happened either.
You have a fax. You have a fax.
Alright, we've got a fax. But first...
Well, it's another Mike and Ike Hammer candy comic, Key Lime Largo. I'll put this in my comic book rack.
We collect little Mike and Ike comic books. They're kind of cute.
My friend Louie runs the Brew and Stew, and this is his personal brand of coffee. I gotta say, it packs a wallop. Oh boy, a fax.
A fax.
It's a note from my old friend Archie Ellis. Apparently he's out of town doing some research. When he returns, I'll need to ask him about the case we're working on. That's not right. What on earth is this amount of cash doing in my office? If someone was trying to hire me to do something, it probably wasn't legal. I better put this away until I know exactly why it's here.
They never die. Yeah.
More furniture I don't recognize. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills as a dance instructor. When things get slow in the detective business, I've always been able to fall back on my skills. My indispensable water cooler still doesn't have paper cups.
What?
From here, I get a great view of Chandler Avenue, the original Boulevard of Broken Dreams. Archie Ellis wrote a book? I bet this sells for pennies on eBay. The Colonel. He was my first real mentor in the PI business, and here he is giving me a helpful tip.
Because apparently you never learned the first rule of a PI. And never, ever betray your friends. Now, friendship goes beyond blood and race and politics. You gotta find out who your friends are, then you hold on to them.
I always get the chill of fear down my spine whenever I think of him.
Yeah, I guess sometimes there's little flashbacks from previous games, but I don't think it happens often because it doesn't add to the story. And I think it's just around here. It's not everywhere in the game. So it's not like a filler.
Mike Hammer books are great, but I prefer stories about his crazy nephews, Mike and Ike Hammer. I try to collect all of their Candy comics. This looks interesting. Probably a book on how to map out fun spots to visit inside your brain.
Psychometry.
Enigma. Sounds like the story of my life. Glue's always useful.
Oh, we got some glue. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was chapstick or something.
An article on the Russian White Movement. Am I truly so bored I'm reading Russian history? Looks like somebody's wiped my computer clean. These are the fedoras I've collected over the years, and I take great care of them. Hey, one of these has a hole in it. How did that happen?
Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you!
Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know.
Oh my hell.
Oh, yeah. Now I remember.
That's one of my favorites. Tom Servo! Candy machine.
Sometimes, I wish I had a talking gumball machine as my wacky sidekick.
Flintstones flashbacks. Oh. I guess I can't read whatever little files are in there.
Maltese Falcon. I don't remember picking up this little souvenir. How long was I knocked out? It's my Gene Autry fake book. Whenever I'm feeling low, I can sing the songs of my hero.
You use it as a Facebook status? Like what? I wish I had a gumball sidekick.
Man, this record's broken in two. Oh, man. My Richie Havens signature guitar signature disappeared. That'll teach me to get an autograph with a dry erase marker. One of my golf partners. Old Bogey, we call him. Ah, my old trusty Victrola still seems the same. Plays my 78s. These are my credentials. They don't just give this to anyone. You have to pay a fee.
Taking a gumball sidekick. Yeah, I figured that's what she meant. Let's see.
The County footrest. Picked it up at a government warehouse sale years back. But I've never had the nerve to open it all the way.
I like that. Here's where we get all the comics. There's not very many, and I think I missed 2 or 3 the last time I played.
Yeah, San Francisco looks way different now. And it's a sitting room. Good for sitting. Ah, that was from my first jackalope hunt. What's up with the bed? Looks like it's for a Lothario instead of some hard-working down-on-his-luck PI. Am I going crazy here?
I would love a bed like that. I used to have leopard covers. They were purple, they weren't.
Oh, I had this door permanently sealed as it opened directly into my bedroom. People thought that was awfully presumptuous of me. Someday, I hope to collect all of them. The door to my back storage room is locked. That's strange. Whoa, I've never seen this much money in my life. This is where I store my trench coats.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah, I remember years ago, I was finishing up the latest Mike and Ike Candy Kids adventure, and I realized I devoured several chapters and it wasn't agreeing with me. I could feel my stomach churning like a volcano, and I realized I wasn't going to make it to the bathroom.
Oh, what? I'll get you, Murphy, if it's the last thing I do.
Yeah, it's kind of been a sore spot in our relationship ever since.
What's his name? Rook? Rook's Pawn Shop. Poor Rook. Am I already missing one? Usually they're in order on the shelf that you find them. I must be missing one somewhere. That's not it, right? No, that was Archie. Archie's book.
I see my credenza is still keeping dust off the floor. Yeah, it's a picture of pre-World War III San Francisco. Well, that's new. It's one of my business cards, but it looks different. When did I change these?
Can I take it? No. Exit out of this? No.
No messages on the vid phone.
What is that?
Whoa, this melted chocolate bar's been in here for a while. Chocolate always reminds me of Clint, one of the residents at Chandler Avenue.
Oh, God.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get it fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory me fasolato!
What do you mean, go insane? Seems to me you're already there.
How do you get lost before you eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours?
I forgot about that guy.
Oh, my decoder ring. The resort sounds like an upscale condo community. Definitely not something I'm interested in.
I can't even see what it says.
PI rules are for sissies. I've been able to achieve a certain level of success ignoring all the rules of my business.
think that's it. I guess I just leave. I've already forgotten what I'm doing. So much stuff to look at. Can I look at this?
Well, this happened on my first case. I was in the shootout of my life at the warehouse district. I took a bullet, and while I was recovering, I swore I was always going to use my brains before brawn.
That was a strange flashback. Ugh.
I sure don't remember how these holes got in the wall. They look fairly recent, judging from the debris. Who would have done this? And why?
And I think that's all of the flashbacks. I think.
Salsa dancing is a Murphy family tradition. I don't remember my office furniture being so nice. What happened?
Yeah, look at this.
It's my Gene Autry fake book. Whenever I'm feeling low, I can sing the songs of my hero.
Can I close it or just leave it open?
So it wasn't a horrible dream. There are gun shell casings in a shot-out window above the electronics shop. I know I'm involved, but how? I should investigate the area and then find out if anybody else heard the commotion.
I'm gonna tab out real quick so it's gonna go quiet. Okay, good. I was looking to see if the frames were dropping at all. Because sometimes with these newer games, frames drop like
Chelsea's
crazy.
newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea.
Brooks Pawn Shop. Oh, what's this?
That's an empty vial. This photo was taken from the top floor of the electronics shop. Who's over there spying on me?
Where is he? He's up at the window. I think we got him.
Someone was shooting from the top of the electronics shop. No one knows these back alleys at Chandler quite like me.
Oh, I was trying to jump. And I guess spacebar is examine or something.
Where's he shooting from? Look, the top window.
Yes.
Shut out our headlight.
I remember speeder headlights coming down the alleyway. It's the Wardenclyffe Tower, a Nikola Tesla invention. I have the strangest feeling this is related to a case I was working on.
Why does it say noodle cup, but it has a picture of a hot dog? Okay.
He's injected himself. I don't care. Drag him into the speeder.
I think someone was getting abducted. No one knows these back alleys at motor oil, the secret ingredient to Louis' Armageddon blend.
Ew.
Louis usually up at this time. I should ask him if he heard anything. It looks like the dumpster escaped unscathed.
There's blood. Pretty sure there's a comic back here. Somewhere. Oh, is that it?
Another Mike and Ike hammer. Candy Cane Confidential.
Oh, here's another one.
Mike and Ike hammer. Murder, my sweet.
Alright, well, we'll have plenty of time to investigate. There's some talking going on. Danger, danger, Will Robinson. wonder if I could examine it.
Sad to say, many robots and cyborgs end up down here. They get hooked on old Chihuahua motor oil, and they stumble down here looking for a fix until their lights fade out.
Oh. And this robot was also in the first Tex Murphy. First or second? Pretty sure it's the first one.
Ah, looks like Louis at the Bruin Stew is preparing to open up shop. You should go talk to him. Maybe he heard something.
Oh, what? Okay.
I'm here to see my pal Louis, but I see a pretty brunette at the counter. I have the feeling she recognizes me, but I have no idea who she is.
Wow, hello, stranger.
Say straight to the case.
Hey, did you happen to hear any gunshots last night?
I did. Was that you?
Why would you think it was me? I think someone was getting abducted.
You look like you need a little pick-me-up. Want some coffee?
Sure. I like it like my heart.
Black?
Buzzkill.
Oh man, you ruined my joke.
Is that blood? Ow! Oh, hush. Been out picking fights again?
I don't know what happened, but you look pretty incredible in a nurse's outfit.
You do, huh? You in the mood for a little role-playing? Who do you think you are? Mr. Tall, blonde, and bloodied.
Stranger danger. I think we're getting a little too intimate for stranger danger. Let's do it.
Maybe I should go find Louis.
You shouldn't go drinking without me. Next time, call me and we'll get sloshed together. Oh, geez, I'm late. I got a new extension at work. I'll send it to your smart Alex. Please, go see Dr. Donahue at the North Hill Clinic. Call me after and tell me what she says about that noggin of yours. See you, Uncle Louis.
See you, Taylor. Mr. Murphy, what are you doing here?
Mr. Murphy? Come on, Louis. What happened to Moith?
Is there
Moy.
something I can do for you? Because if not, I got stuff to do in the back.
Why are you acting mad at me?
You know why. You drunk again? I told you. You ain't allowed in here. You've been drinking.
Acid trip.
I am stone cold sober. Other than my head, I feel totally normal. It's everything else that's weird.
What happened to your head?
I don't know. I woke up on the fire escape. I go into my apartment and everything is different. The street, Chelsea's newsstand, you, everything is completely different. I mean, I don't know whether I'm tripping here or having a bad dream or something.
What's the last thing you remember before you woke up?
I don't know. Something with Chelsea.
Chelsea? What day do you think it is? No, hold on. What year do you think it is?
What year? Are you serious? It's 2043.
Oh, jeez. Look at that calendar. Over there, on the fridge.
2050. What the hell's going on here? Last night, Chelsea and I went to the Golden Pagoda.
I think the wording was very, very attractive.
Oh, no!
What? It's me. Look, somebody has stolen our car. I mean, here I am, my speeder's stolen out here. I'm sitting on a great... God, that was hot!
Oi! Would you guys like a lift to the cop shop?
No, we'll walk.
He's really just trying to do us a favor.
Chelsea, I'm getting a really bad feeling about this. It's like some sort of deja vu.
Fabergé World Tour is the most exotic and exquisite exhibit of
Who's your mate?
Oh, that's Tex. He's having a very bad day.
That true, Tex?
Oh no, everything's just going peachy.
Well, things could get worse, sir.
He shot me. He shot both of us. He shot me. There's nothing. Why isn't there anything?
That's what I'm trying to tell you, Mike. It wasn't last night. It was 7 years ago.
What the hell is that?
Looks like you got injected with something. Maybe that's what's messing with your head. Or maybe it's that goose egg. Either way, buddy, you gotta see a doctor.
Your niece, Taylor, she said something about a doctor at the North Hill Clinic?
Ah, Kate Donahue. She's a friend of Taylor's. She's real good. I'll bet she could fix you up.
So, what about this woman, Taylor? I mean, she seems to know me pretty well.
That ain't none of our business, Mike. I never thought you was the right guy for her. But two adults can do what they want to do. Murph, you really need to see a doctor. You can't be driving in this condition. Tell you what, I'll call you a cab. I'll have them wait till you're ready to go.
Alright, and now we have all this stuff we can talk about.
It sure is good to have the old Mike back. I don't want to get all mushy, but I missed you, Mike. We don't get too much of that stuff around here anymore. Cops have been good about cleaning things up. I got no idea who would have been doing the shooting or getting taken. Clint's done a real nice job, don't you think? Good to see the neighborhood getting fixed up. I don't got a ladder. You might want to check at the Golden Gate Hotel. They've been doing a bunch of renovations. I like that Archie fella. Real friendly. Don't always understand what he's talking about, but hey, different strokes for different folks, right? Yeah, nice to have some fresh blood here on Chandler Avenue. Not really the kind of place I do a lot of shopping at, but some folks seem to like it fine. You know, I love Chelsea like she was my own daughter. I still miss her, even after all this time. I forget. You don't remember nothing about Taylor. She works for the Bay City Mirror, does a lot of investigations, and she's a real peach. Sweet, smart, funny. Yeah, I wasn't too happy that you and her was spending time together, but maybe she was seeing through all that tough guy stuff. She's good that way. I wish I could tell you everything you can't remember, but I don't know much. You and Chelsea went missing, and then you showed up out of nowhere a few weeks later. A couple of days after, you was gone again. I only saw you a few times after that. A couple of years went by, and then you came back, and something bad had happened to you. I don't know what, but it made you hard and mean, and you just got worse. Got to where I didn't even want you around anymore. No, me? I'm just the same as always. Just a little less of me than I used to be.
What does that mean?
I can't go to the North Hill Clinic. Not now. I need to investigate the crime scene to find out what happened before the police arrive.
There was something I wanted to do. I can't remember what I was going to do. Oh well.
This is the Brew and Stew run by Louis Laments. Nicest guy on Chandler. He let me run up a tab a time or two.
Ah, another one!
It's a Mike and Ike Hammer Candy comic, The Sweet and Sour Lady. I'll put this in my comic book rack back at the
another
office. It's a Mike and Ike Hammer Candy comic, Citizen Candy Cane.
Citizen Candy Cane.
Closed. Yeah, this
Oh,
building's
yeah.
been a lemon for anyone who's tried to open a business here.
I remember what I was going to do. Stairs, please?
Some pretty intense staring contests have been held right here.
Did he just hop on top of the table? He did. That's silly.
The Presidio. I mean, the Palace of Fine. Problem with vid phones is you can't call anyone from the bathroom anymore. Well, you shouldn't.
That wouldn't stop me.
Heck, Malden. That buffoon always got credit for cases I solved. If a bell was on the front desk, I could ring it and talk to the clerk. Sapphire, eh? That sounds like a fun new neighbor. Well, this is a flashy new neighbor.
I guess he can't talk yet. But that's one of my favorite new characters. See if it's in here.
Yeah, needs a key. People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found. People who stay here at the Ritz don't want to be found.
I guess we can't look at it yet.
Yeah, needs a key. Uh-oh. That doesn't look good.
Your internet died. We just talked to Louis, and I've just exited the diner, and I just kind of walked around a little bit. So you didn't really miss that much, other than answering my questions.
Yeah, needs a key.
You find out that Tex has been... I'm not sure when it cut out, but Tex has been... he's got amnesia and can't remember the past 7 years. And the chat with Louis was just catching up. And it wasn't really all that important information because he didn't really know what all went on during that 7 years.
Chelsea's newsstand is completely abandoned. I need to find out what happened to Chelsea. Archie helped me out on my Pandora Directive case where we met a charming fellow named Jackson Cross.
I'm gonna do you the favor of a lifetime. I'm gonna let you walk. But if I catch you meddling in NSA affairs one more time, I'm gonna put a bullet right in your eyeball. Is that clear? Get this pukehead out of my office. I'll be watching you, Murphy.
Man, I thought this would have ended up in the Andes Mountains.
Well, I'll probably post this in just a few minutes. It'll probably take 15 or 20 minutes and you can go check it if you want to. You don't have to. But I guess I gotta end here. I don't want to end here. I want to keep going. Anyways. So
Behind Rook's pawn shop is a dirty, ugly alcove that reminds me a lot of Rook himself.
Maybe I shouldn't walk around while I'm talking. Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. Wait. Sunday? Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow. And I guess we'll do this game again until I figure out what's wrong with Grim Fandango. It's not I can't imagine that it's my graphics card because the game looks fine. It was just OBS didn't want to port it properly or something. Anyways, hope you have a good night, and I'll be back tomorrow. Yay! Have a good night. Bye-bye.